Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy Vajalarazzi, and today is Thursday, which means today is my Bitcoin weekly update for you guys. There's some very interesting things going on that I want to talk to you guys about, so stay tuned for that and let's get in there and draw some charts. Last week we left off when we were trying to find out if Bitcoin was going to be able to retake support of this upper trend and break through. It looks just like we got that strong confirmation that we needed. Last week we were right here and we were waiting to see if Bitcoin was going to be able to break back up into this trending support. And in fact, we did get that strong bull break. We have nice volume coming in right here. So that's very good for the short term. I think that with price coming back up into this trend line, it's actually going to give a lot of people more of a bullish sentiment and begin to start looking to set more buy orders along that trend line. I think that if we can get a retrace back onto this trend line, it's going to be a strong area of value where there's going to be a whole lot of buy orders that are going to be set in that given area. We got that strong break that we were looking for. Now we got to see if prices are going to be able to hold and maintain support on top of this trend line. Taking a look at the 3-hour chart, we can see a very nice Elliott wave market cycle playing out perfectly. We had the one wave down here, we had strong breakout in volume, and now we've currently been working on the 2 wave of this Elliott wave sequence. This was the wave 1, wave 2, and now wave 3 of 3. And now we're currently finishing the end of this 2 wave. I'm expecting prices to retrace back onto this lower trend line. And if they can retest this lower trend line, I'm expecting a whole new influx of buyers to be sitting right here waiting to catch this dip. Some things to watch out for. It is possible that prices go a little bit higher. If they go any higher, I would expect 8,800 to be the very top. And I don't think the prices would be able to go any higher than that. If we go a little bit higher than what we're currently sitting at, 8,800 will be a good shorting opportunity to possibly catch a ride back down to about 7,500. But either way, I'm expecting a retrace back onto this trending support zone. I think that there will be a large amount of buy orders looking to be filled in this area here. People are going to be a little bit more excited now that we've held support back onto this trending support line, and that's actually going to put a whole bunch of new money back into the market. People won't be so fearful and they won't be so quick to sell their positions now. Overall, we're getting strong volume coming in here that we just need this little bit of a retrace before we start this 5th wave. I think this 5th wave can take us back up to about $10,000. With this strong impulsive move and this breakout back into trending support, I think that this will make people a little bit less fearful towards taking position. This 5th wave could get really impulsive as we move up higher and higher in this cycle. If prices retrace and they fall below this trending support area and we start to see some movement like this, the more we fall through and touch this resistance, the weaker that this is actually going to get, and then we'll probably fall back through, and then we'll have to come back down here and retest about 6,800. What I want to see, it's fine if price comes through and breaks through this trending support for a little while, but you're going to want to see the prices get eaten back up, and then we want to see prices come back in and start trending above this trend line. If prices break through and this trend line starts to act as resistance, every time price comes up and hits this resistance zone, it's going to get weaker and weaker as the shorts begin to pile up, and then we'll see some sort of a sell-off that should take us back to about 68. I want to see prices maintain support above this trend line. It's possible that we get a wick experience where it wicks through for the short term and then pops back out and lands on support. If that's the case, don't panic sell your position, because that does happen in crypto quite often. It is possible that we get a wick opportunity and then you can fill some low buy orders down here. So for me personally, I'm going to have some low buy orders set, looking to accumulate as price ventures closer towards this trending support area. If prices break through, I'll look to take some of my losses and look to accumulate at lower areas. But overall, I find it unlikely that prices are going to actually fall out of this and have to go retest 68. Overall, I think that this support is going to hold. It's always good to have a backup plan in case things go south. Before we wrap up this video, there's a couple other things that I wanted to talk about, and that's the upcoming Bitcoin ETF. For you guys that do not know what an ETF is an exchange traded fund. The SEC is going to vote on this whether or not Bitcoin gets one approved in September. The importance of this is this. If the Bitcoin ETF gets approved, that means that Bitcoin is going to be traded on some of the more mainstream exchanges, such as the NASDAQ. If this happens, there's going to be a new influx of bull volume and institutional money that's going to flood into the market. If this Bitcoin ETF gets approved and all of this new money comes flooding into the market, it's going to balloon prices of Bitcoin to $50,000, maybe even $100,000 by the end of 2019. It's really going to be a huge catalyst towards mainstream adoption. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about this is because this ETF gets voted on in September. So we're coming towards that voting very, very soon. This was the pattern that we had been consolidating in for about 4 months. We had the rally, and then once prices sold off, we accumulated in this triangle pattern for about 4 months. In May, we saw a strong breakthrough of that, and then this was honestly the last sell-off that really scared all of the average money out of the market. Once prices broke through trending support, everybody sold their positions and they were looking to exit the market and begin shorting to 5K, 3K, and even down to 1K. I know that the BitMEX CEO said that Bitcoin was going to go down to 5,000 and then that would be the bottom. However, that is not the case. And in fact, we had a strong bear trap as prices broke through trending support. We got this inverse head and shoulder, and then we broke out of that, confirming the reversal. Now, the reason why I bring this pattern up is actually because of the fact that gold went through a very similar history before it got announced and got approved for an ETF. Here is the graph of gold. Now, once prices sold off, we were accumulating in this triangle pattern for about 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. What a great time to be alive, trading gold. Just kidding. But we accumulated into this triangle pattern for about 20 years, and then we broke out of it. Once we broke down out of this, that was really the final bear trap, the catalyst towards scaring all of this new money out of the market. Everybody got too scared. They weren't willing to hold for the long haul, and they sold all their positions. During this same time, there was word of a gold ETF that was going to be announced. Once the gold ETF got approved, we had this strong bull run that went about 450%. Bitcoin accumulates about 3 times faster than gold. So we're not going to have to wait around for 20 years. That's why we're starting to see a lot more bull volume coming in, is because people are actually preceding this Bitcoin ETF, and so they're starting to buy the rumor. Now, once this Bitcoin ETF gets announced, it's going to be very, very monumental for crypto and mainstream adoption. I think that if this Bitcoin ETF gets approved, it's really going to skyrocket Bitcoin to where the average investor, just your average guy, average American citizen, is going to be looking to start buying, and he'll be accumulating towards the top before the whole market dumps. Right now is the perfect time to be investing into crypto. If that Bitcoin ETF gets approved, it's really going to pave the way for mainstream adoption as well as appeal. This market won't become so speculative anymore because there's going to be lots of institutions that are going to be putting money back into Bitcoin. This was what I wanted to talk about in today's video. On the short term, I'm seeing very good things from Bitcoin. We did have that break back into trending support. I expect prices to retrace and test that trending support. But once we get that test of trending support, I think that it's very likely we get a strong impulsive bull move back on the upside that could put us around $10,000. So be watching for this. I will update you guys on my trading view. So if you want further updates on my analysis, go follow me on TradingView, and I'll post those every week so you guys can follow along with what's going on. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.